Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to our current video. Make sure to subscribe, and yeah, let's get into the video. So, guys, this was about TikTok is getting banned, and this is alarming for those who live in the U.S. So, yeah, let's do it, guys. So, yeah, Creekcraft will explain everything. So, yeah.
So it's official. TikTok is getting banned on January 19th. This means you have a little bit over a month before TikTok is removed from all the app stores, all the devices, etc., etc. I'm sure this is a shock to a lot of you guys. Some of you are probably really happy. Some of you are probably really upset right now. So let's dig into it. Let's talk about it, and I'll explain what's going on. So this morning, the news broke out. This is the tweet. A federal appeals court upholds the law to ban TikTok in the U.S. by January 19th unless it is sold. Now, this tweet is probably very confusing to a lot of you guys, so I'll explain what this means. Basically, a few years ago, it came out and was discovered that TikTok is spying on American citizens. Here's a tweet right here. Lawmakers and national security officials have warned that the Chinese government could use TikTok to spy on its 170 million American users or influence public opinion by controlling the visibility of certain content. Now, again, let me break this down, because if you don't know, TikTok is actually owned by this company named ByteDance, or called ByteDance. This is them right here. And it's actually part of the Chinese government. Like, ByteDance isn't its own separate company. Like, they legitimately work directly with the Chinese government. In fact, they are essentially an arm of the Chinese government at this point. And so we've essentially got a situation where you have China, not necessarily the greatest government on the planet. I probably don't have to explain why. But you have China over here who owns one of the biggest apps in the world, TikTok, obviously. And then news reports started coming out. TikTok admits to using its app to spy on reporters. The Justice Department here in America started investigating TikTok.
Goodbye,
and
TikTok.
What was found
Officially,
is that,
goodbye to TikTok in the US.
Actually spying on you. They were tracking your personal information, like names, contacts, like literally the contacts in your phone. They were tracking who you texted, what websites you visited, who you call, basically everything. I mean, take a guess, they probably tracked it. And the U.S. government was like, whoa, we can't have the Chinese government tracking and spying on American citizens. This is a national security threat. And so the U.S. government, Congress, the Senate, they made a bill that would ban TikTok unless either A, the Chinese government sells TikTok to a U.S. company, or B, the courts of the United States say, hey, this is unconstitutional. You can't ban TikTok. This is freedom land. We don't ban stuff here, brother. And so essentially that's what's happened this morning. Is a federal appeals court upheld the law. So the courts took a look at the law and they're like, you know what? This is fine. It's not unconstitutional. It's okay. And now that the courts have approved it, on January 19th, TikTok will be banned here in the United States, which has led to this. Like, what is TikTok's future? Right? A large portion of its audience is American. And in about a month's time, they're going to be gone. You're not going to be able to use the app anymore. Now, Donald Trump has said that he doesn't want TikTok to get banned. He opposes the ban, actually. And obviously, he's going to be the president in about a month and a half. But here is the problem. The law to ban TikTok goes into effect on January 19th. Donald Trump doesn't become president until January 20th. And I've seen a lot of people online saying, okay, well, you know, couldn't Donald Trump just unban TikTok? And no, he can't, because that's not how the government works. The only way TikTok is not going to get banned now is either A, Chinese government sells TikTok, or B, the Supreme Court of the United States says, hey, this is unconstitutional. And I'll explain what that means. So these people right here, they're the Supreme Court. You've probably heard of them on the news before, right? They're basically the biggest top-level final boss court of the country. What they say goes. That's just how it works. And so what's going to happen now is TikTok is going to say, hey, Supreme Court, can you take a look at this? And the Supreme Court is going to take a look at this, and they're either going to say, hey, you know what? You're getting banned. Or they're going to say, you know what? Yeah, we're not going to ban TikTok. The problem, though, is it's only a month and a half until January 19th, and the Supreme Court won't be able to make a decision before that time is here. Which means TikTok is getting banned in a month and a half. Like that's
Goodbye,
it. It's over.
TikTok.
It's done. Like it's not going to get saved at this point. TikTok
Goodbye.
released a statement and said the Supreme Court has an established historical record of protecting Americans' right to free speech, and we expect that they will do just that on this important constitutional issue. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but basically they're saying that this violates free speech here in America, and that the TikTok ban, unless stopped, will silence the voices of over 170 million Americans here in the U.S. and around the world on January 19th, 2025. So basically, it sounds like they're not going to sell the company. So yeah, it's getting banned, and even a bunch of Congress people, a bunch of senators, like this guy here, Tom Cotton. What a name. The appeals court was right to uphold this law. TikTok is a spy app that steals Americans' data while pushing propaganda on our kids. So what's going to happen now? Here's an article that kind of goes into it. It says, it's unclear what the TikTok ban will look like in practice should the Supreme Court ultimately uphold it or it take effect on January 19th.
Goodbye,
The law doesn't call for the
TikTok.
app
This
to
is the
suddenly
end
be
for
removed
you.
from users'
Goodbye.
phones, but it does require that it be removed from the App Store, meaning American users could no longer download the app or install any new updates, and eventually the app will just stop working. It also says stuff like TikTok shop orders will no longer be able to be completed. All of your user data here in the US would also get blocked, so if you have any data on TikTok, like videos, like if you have TikTok videos, you might want to download those because on January 19th, those might get deleted. So at this point, it just kind of really seems inevitable. Like TikTok is going to get banned, and that's crazy to think about. It is probably the biggest app in the country, in the world, and in about a month and a half, you're not going to be able to use it anymore. That's going to be it. It's going to be done, gone. Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably pretty excited about this. Some of you guys are probably pretty upset.
Yep.
I fall on the side of being upset. Look, I don't think the government should be telling me what apps I can and can't download, right? And America, brother, hey, that's my opinion.
American,
the U.S. government's probably spying on
But
me
I'm in
right now.
Congress,
What's the difference, right? Like, Chinese government can't, but the U.S. government can. I mean, obviously, there's a difference, but my point is I don't want anyone to spy on me, right? Like I don't think anybody should be able to spy on you, period, right? That's kind of crazy. But look, here's the thing, right? There are so many of my creator friends, so many developers on Roblox, so many people that rely on TikTok to get their videos out there, get their games out there. Like this is going to end careers.
Yep.
Like, if you're a TikToker and you don't have a YouTube channel or a Twitch or Instagram or anything else, like, you're done. This is it. It's over. Like, that's it. And I'm thinking about all the Roblox games that got popular because of TikTok, because of them going viral on TikTok. Dress to Impress, for example. The only reason it's popular is because it went viral on TikTok initially. If it wasn't for that, this game probably wouldn't be as big. And so, like, think of all the future games that's just not going to get popular now because there's no TikTok. I think a lot of the people will end up moving to like YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels, so like it'll kind of even out a little bit. But yeah, this is big. This is huge. And again, even though Donald Trump opposes the ban, like presidents in the U.S., they're not like, they're not kings. You can't just snap your fingers and undo a law. It needs congressional approval. It needs Congress to approve it. It needs, all these different things to happen. And like, it's just not going to happen. Like that's it. TikTok is done. So let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment section below. TikTok's game.
Goodbye, TikTok. Anyway, guys, that's all for today's video. And want to see more gaming content and more Roblox news, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, see you next one. Peace out, everybody, and goodbye. Toodaloo. Bye-bye. See you in the next one.